Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa. Unveiling Queen Tulsa, the queen of beef sector news you need to know. And this sensational deep dive, Queen Tulsa takes you on an exclusive journey as she inserts herself into the ever evolving investigations swirling around the beef sector. Want the inside scoop on industry secrets, scandals, and shockers? Look no further as your charismatic news reporter, Queen Tulsa, brings a fearless approach that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Join her as she unravels the layers of corruption while engaging with farmers, consumers, and industry experts. This is a beef showdown you won't want to miss. Hit that subscribe button for more installments of quality reporting. All right, y'all. So listen, let's get into it. I'm trying to see where should I start, child. Where should I start? Um, let's start with let's say Lemon, because remember the last time I was on Lemon's channel and he was asking me about loyalty and, you know, about the B sector and, you know, and things like that, like how, um, why haven't I clicked up with anybody? But my thing is, y'all turn on each other, y'all run plays, and people, I don't want that type of reputation upon me, first and foremost. Secondly, I've always said that, I'm a team player, but I prefer to work by myself. Um, and yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. So over the weekend, I watched QB, I watched Treasure, KRN and his flip flopping tail. I saw the Miss O really get into her masculinity. I mean, she was male identified behavior. She jumped right into shit. It took her no time. What else? Lady Snoop and Shakim's their like battle. It was like a battle. So I'm gonna be going over a few things this rising. So if you guys can just kind of be patient with me. I think I'm gonna stop. Um, I think I'm gonna start at where should I start? Okay, so let's start with Shakim's and Lady Snoop's their little situation that they had yesterday. It was like a competition or a versus or something. So the first round, it was like a oldies, it was like first you get oldies. So the first oldies was I forgot what song that Shakim had played, but he didn't come on camera. He just pretty much played the music and that was that. So he played the song and then Lady Snoop comes up. Lady Snoop comes up in her grandmother's wig. It was like this red wig. It was given like Mary J. Blige. It was given Tony Braxton. It was given Fantasia. It was given Dolly Parton. And it was almost given Peggy Bundy in one. Okay. She had on her teacher wig. She had on her church wig. Her I don't want to get robbed wig. I don't got it wig. We got food at home wig. Just to kind of expound on what that wig looked like, right? So then she plays Al Green, tired of being lonely. You know what? I thought that it was just like, this was just an act for what's her name, Snoop, but no, this is real life. Snoop had come out with all the love songs, the lonely songs. It was just given. It was a lot. So the first round, um, Lady Snoop, she came on cam. TMO decided that she was gonna go with Shakim. Queen Sanity says, "Oh wow." Pisa says that Snoop had the visuals, so she was gonna go with Snoop. Now TMO was being confused, how she thinks. She said Lady Snoop is cool, but TMO was pretty much overdoing it. TMO was giving it up like she was Krista over there pounding it out for Lemon up against Lolo or whoever was trying to get him. So that was that. So now we're gonna go to the second round. The second round was 80s. So Shakim decided that he was gonna play sexual healing, and he looked like he was defending himself. Baby, when I tell you he cut on that camera, and baby, I don't know what it was that he was over there doing. I mean, as far as I know, he smokes. You know, he smokes the tree, right? But baby, he came on camera. He was throwing his arms out, honey. He was doing karate chops. He threw his feet up. He did a kickback. And baby girl, let me tell you this. He did all that in his bathroom. He went live in his bathroom. Um, it was given. Shakim is, I don't know. Is Shakim a little delayed? Shakim was definitely given. It was given, honey. It was given Happy Life when Shakim cut on that camera, his dance moves and all of that. Listen here, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. This is Workout with Queen Tulsa. We will be working out today, so I want you guys to come on by. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. All right, back into my commentary. So yeah, he decided that he was coming out. He was like in like this silk outfit. It was like a night set. It was like a shirt and it was pants. And it seemed like it had just arrived because it was all wrinkled and looked like he had just gotten it out the bag, right? So so they asked him, so then the ladies, the panelists, the judges, now they're starting to get each other's comments. So TMO says you did a good job. She said she can feel she want to feel it a little bit more next time. She said when he put on his outfits, he really gets in his zone. So my thing is, Shakim, are you doing practice dances over and having TMO look at you and judge you? Because she seemed like she was over there getting off. She seemed like, honey, you was doing more than what her husband was doing. I ain't never heard her talk about her husband with that much excitement. So, child, you gotta let me know what is given. Because her comments, she was like, because the first time when you wasn't on the camera, and then the second time you come on the camera, and then oh my God, y'all. Okay, I had to pull myself together. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a lot. So TMO says, oh yeah, so Pisa said that she loved the song. She loved the 80s outfit. It was giving it like TLC, everybody copied, TLC and all that. I was thinking more like there was like Marcus Houston, like what was it? IMX or something, or whatever that little group was when they would have on when they had played in that movie with that actor House Party. All right, so then y'all, we get a break over at Shakim's. Charlie plays the 88 clip. He plays the Pasa clip. Then Bree calls out Shakim for playing old stuff, which I was happy with that. So now it's round two. So Lady Snoop comes on up. Her song is Keith Sweat. How deep is your love? Her mic was going out. She kept saying testing, 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 testing until Bree just had to say, "Girl, f that mic, sing the song." So her mic was going in and out. Um, she was doing like a warm standing up, like stand up, stand up. Y'all here with me? Y'all here with me? So she was talking to like her audience or something. She was doing a wash machine. She was doing a cabbage patch, honey. She was doing a little bit of everything. She seemed like she was a scorned woman going through a bad breakup. She was very angry, and you could tell that in her performance. Um, so Snoop Love was deeper than the mic. Get into that. So Pizza wanted Snoop to start over. But what I didn't understand about that is why would she start over? This is a competition. So if you would have her start over, then you would have to give that same grace to Shakim and let him start over, right? Because the first time he didn't come on cam. So no second chances. So after Snoop's performance, Queen Sanity said that it was nice dance moves and nice presentation. TMO asking random questions. Pizarro drops. TMO say it's okay. We don't need her anyway. Pizza then comes back up. She said she did good, minus her mic issues. So they wanted to know who won round two of the 80s round. So Estual Healing or Keith Sweat. So Queen Sanity says Shakim's pajama set. Pizza says Shakim. TMO says Snoop. So then Snoop wants to go, first on the 90s round. So Shakim once again playing old clips. Um, the Wade, Judge Fifi, why? Did all that. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. So then we proceed to hear Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. Then he cut it off. So Lady Snoop comes back. She's Mary J. Blige. Her song was Not Gonna Cry. I want to say Snoop should have kept the jacket on and she should have had just used her emotions. When she started taking that jacket off and doing the twist and doing model walks and all that, I kind of felt like it took away from the song, and it was more of like, she's not gonna cry. So it's like a more of an empowerment song. Um so then YouTube cameras is in the chat, girl. Now Snoop is up there lip syncing. YouTube cameras is in the chat tonight. Yes, same. YouTube camera, she was lip syncing. Okay. And I felt like at that point, somebody needed to get YouTube cameras a night aid. She was sleepy. I'm just gonna charge it to she was sleepy. Okay. So then at the end of Snoop's performance, she popped her ponytails off. Child, it was a lot going on. So they wanted to know how she did. Pizza says she did good. Queen Sanity says she did good. TMO said you did good. Fitness body. So round three, it's the 90s. So Shakim comes on. He's got the TLC. So I creep. Baby, that boy, I don't know if he was itching in those clothes. Those clothes just wasn't giving what it's supposed to give. But baby, he took off those clothes. He got very nasty. He was gyrating his little nasty tail around on that television screen. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I thought that it was so immature. Like his dance moves, they were not hitting. He looked stank. He was pouncing around in his underwear. I thought that it was just nasty. That performance, it was nasty. Then he was moving the camera around trying to give you different angles of this. Then he got on the ground and started doing the worm. I said, "Oh Lord, why is Shakim doing the worm to TLC so I creeps?" Moving right along. So now it's time for them to judge. So Brianna says she didn't expect him to be in his underwear. TMO was focused on his peen. She said she appreciated the freaky side. And she's done now. If she could turn purple, she would, but she's brown. Pizza said, Shakim, you did good in your draws. Okay. Queen Sanity says she wanted to see everything. So now everybody wants to know who won. Queen Sanity says, I'm a heterosexual woman. I'm male identified. So y'all already know what it's given. Pizza says Snoop. TMO said, Shakim, this what I was wanting to see. This is what I was needing to see. Girl, when I tell you TMO was all over there lusting about it, that man, it was nasty to say the least. It was more commentary, but I don't know, like his last performance, he did Sorry 2004 by Ruben Studdard. Y'all, he had on his Detroit hoodie. I don't know what Shaquem was doing, but it was like he was giving mental issues. Like he was having a mental breakdown. Like I don't know. Y'all would have to look at it. It was not normal. It was giving me like it was something going on. I was like, do we need to do a wellness check? First, he came out in his underwear. He came out in that silk little number and then took it all off, got up in his underwear, started doing a worm on the ground, and then came back in the hoodie. It's summertime. Oof. Yeah, that was a lot. So let's get into KRN Big Headed Tail. So big head, little body. You know what? I'm starting to wonder about him, and I don't know, just the way that this is it given. Does he look like he's losing more weight, y'all? It's looking like he is over there struggling to add on weight. Yeah, it looks like he's over there looking to add on some weight, child. He's struggling. And then I saw that he was drinking his OJ, which we already know that he did his mix and he put, his drink into the OJ and then he tried to make it seem like he was sober. But what I didn't get with him is KRN, you can't stand on business. You can't stand on business. You came out here and you was amps all up. Then you come out here doing an apology tour. Then you want to come back out here and retract and recant like, girl, go lay down. Somebody go give him a night aid so he can get him some sleep. Bags all under his eyes. He looks deranged. If you ever just look at KRN, he looks deranged. He wants to fit in so bad. Trust me. Like I said, he had to form a crew because he's always been kicked out of crews. Cujo, in the house, mama, now. Cujo, in the house, mama. In the house. All right, moving right along. Miss Thing was up there. Oh, I'm about to call. Oh, I'm gonna be making. Oh, I'm about to make a call on Monday. You better be lucky it ain't Monday. Yeah, you better be lucky it ain't Monday. All. I mean, you did all that piping up. You did all that amping up. Like, are you okay? You did all that to sit right there and backpedal and pee pop. You couldn't stand on your own. Talking about, oh, if he would have came to your house, you would have called the police. You ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. Big old head, little body. You already know KRN. I've already read you down, baby. You had to go get you another mic. Do you remember that? Do you need to go back to your archives when you and your friend was over there and y'all was supposed to be doing this press conference, girl? Y'all was over there looking like y'all was doing a Baby Gap commercial. Let's talk about it. Y'all both look like y'all on y'all way up out of here. Let's talk about it. What's going on? And VS did make a good point. Why didn't you call the people on your home girl? Why you didn't call the folks on your home girl? She was out of order, out of line. And honey, there were some nefarious things going on. So Mr. Cop Caller, 911 Tingaling, okay? Why you didn't call him? Why you didn't call him on your homegirl? Oh, you selective on who you call the cops on, black man. You was out there in your Daisy Dukes, honey. I think that's what really did it for you. Because you try to come online and just act like, oh, you this hard type of guy. And girl, you switch harder than me. Honey, you out here switching harder than me. Had on some Daisy Duke with some dirty flip-flops. Ooh, child. I see why you want to be Pizarro's friend. All right, now let's go over here and check our poll. Okay, so the poll says who needs to be called out? 40% says KRN. 40%, where is that? Okay, 40% says KRN. Give me 1 second. Let me get back up in here. 40% says lemon. Okay, let me get back up in here, child. It went off. Okay, let's see. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. As I go ahead and hit the control room, I need to see what's going on. Okay, so who needs to be called out? A, KRN, B, Lemon, C, Brianna, D, Shakim. All right, so we have Lemon at 45%. No, we have KRN at 42%, Lemon at 42%, Brianna at 8, Shakim at 8. So KRN and Lemon. Okay, so whoever, I mean, I'm starting to see this. Yeah, it does seem like KRN has somebody in his ear. And the reason why I say it seems like somebody is in his ear, because he couldn't stand on business. This man couldn't stand on business. This man couldn't stand on business at all. You want to know how I know that? Because look at how many times he came out here and did press conferences. He acted like he was standing on business. And this is what it was. He was acting Billy Badass. His ego was all up there in front of him, and the liquid courage. You got to take in consideration when these people have to have liquid courage. To say what they have to say, they wouldn't be able to say it in real life. Okay, let's let that be clear. They can't say it in real life, so they need a little drink. They need a little drinky drink to help them profess their thoughts, their feelings. hmm But yeah, KRN, you a sucker. You will always be a sucker. And that was some sucker ish that you did. Listen here, you've been going after old women. You and your little dusty homeboy that likes to give people rides and stop on the side of the highway and have things. He likes it my way. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, when it comes to Lemon, Lemon invited Audio over here. That was his love. That is his friend. That is his confidant. Ladies, y'all need to just move on around. Ladies, y'all just need to move on around. Stop complaining about Lemon. Stop talking about what he did, how he gave this man a pass, how he gave that man a pass, and how he goes at the women. We not gonna talk about. We not gonna let it go. Y'all know what he's about. You go over there, you attend, so just enjoy it. We don't need nobody complaining. We got a new set of dummies over there. We got Tracy over there just making herself look like a fool. You got Lola over there still trying to figure out what's going on, honey, on her edible and whatever else she be on. Then you got Sour Patch that's still out here professing her love for the man. I mean, it's a lot of players out here. Okay. Well, those are 26 royal minutes that I'm able to give you on this Rising. Please make sure you come back to my coffee talk, which is going to be at 9 a.m. and I give talk about hot topics, things that are going on, and things that you need to know. So I want to thank you for coming by. My name is Queen Tulsa, and thank you for coming back to the Beef Sector News. Okay, provided by Queen City. So long.